The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Okay, students, this is your 5-minute warning. I repeat, 5-minute warning.
Silence. This is the 5-minute warning with Ruben Brown, happening right now.
What is up, everybody? As you can see, this is not Ruben Brown. This is 5-minute warning. Welcome back. We took a week off. So in that week, I kicked AG and Ruben off the show. So it's just gonna be me, Mo B. Nah, just mess with y'all. But AG's not gonna be with us this week, and Ruben decided that in celebration of football season or something that he was gonna actually go to a football game. So he's had to try to make his way back down to Hampton Roads. So he'll be joining us in a little while. But oh look, man, I'm super excited to just be back on air. But more importantly, it's football, man. Like, a lot of y'all might not understand this, but I didn't watch college football at all. I guess I was making my own little political statement by not watching college football due to all the COVID stuff and everything. But so like the last 2 weeks, I've been on football overload. I sat in this chair right here and was almost in a food coma watching football. And I mean, I couldn't be happier. If y'all not a football fan like me, I'm sorry. I'm super excited about it. But what I did want to talk about in this little intro is, we've had this, I guess, remembrance of 9/11, which, because 9/11 fell on Saturday, and of course NFL wants to honor it, college football, it's kind of turned into like a whole weekend of remembrance of 9/11. And I mean, first of all, what 9/11 has, this remembrance has made me realize is that I'm old, because that was 20 years ago and I was an adult then. So I was like, damn, I'm kind of getting up there in age. But yeah, it's kind of fitting that we have this remembrance of 9/11 when everybody in the country pretended that we were all united, because we were united in a sense. But yeah, I'm sure some people in the Muslim community might not feel like we were united, because it kind of seemed like we geared all our hate towards them. But kind of 20 years later, and it feels like we're in our own terrorist fight within our own country, and the new terrorist apparently is vaccines. So it's it's kind of weird having all this remembrance and being united and remembering all the lives that were lost on this day, 9/11, and we've lost thousands upon thousands of lives with a virus that we still can't come to an agreement on, that maybe we should get vaccinated and maybe people should wear a mask. So take it for what you want. I just kind of wanted to start off with that. I did want to remember that, because I vividly remember where I was on 9/11. I was a freshman in college, and I was walking back to my room from a late night of studying, and when I got back to my room, my phone was blowing up, and everybody was just like, yo, you got to turn the TV on. You got to turn the TV on. And when I turned the TV on, I honestly, 18-year-old me was like, yo, who playing? Because I couldn't fathom that this was actually happening in our country. And I remember watching the first tower fall and just thinking, holy shit, like, is this real? And I had people at the school I was at, they had people that worked at the Pentagon. I knew people who had family in New York, and I just remember cell phones. If something like that happened today, the freak out nature of us would be on 10,000, because cell phones weren't working that day. Like, it shut down, and we weren't even as cell phone dependent in 2001 as we are now. So I couldn't imagine if something like that happened today, and basically an entire country cell phone nobody's cell phones working, nobody getting contact, man. that would actually probably be scarier than whatever attack we were facing. Just the fact that people be losing their damn minds over not being able to check Instagram or check Twitter or get or Facebook Messenger. So yeah, man, it was a crazy day. And to all the people who were affected, if you lost somebody that day, I mean, we remember it. And I wish I could say that we as a country grew from it and got better, but sometimes looking across, it doesn't seem as if we really did get better. In a brief months afterwards, I feel like we tried to unite, but it seems like there's always something there to divide us. So, I mean, hopefully, nothing like that ever happens again in our country. But I don't know. It doesn't feel realistic to think something like that won't ever happen again. But I mean, here's the hope. But I'm sure Ruben's going to join us soon, and I'm not going to talk about one of the stories that I know he really, really wants to talk about. He wants to talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to get here because I know he wants to talk about it. But what I am going to get into is I started off the show talking about how much I was hype about football. Like I watched so much football that I even watched a fake high school play football, apparently. I don't know if y'all saw that story. I mean, high school, I guess I shouldn't call them a fake high school, but they're not really a school, but they made their way and actually got on ESPN. Bishop Sycamore actually was playing on ESPN and got the brakes beat off of them. And then people started to investigate and realized, hey, we're not sure if this is actually a school. We're not sure if they actually have students here. And then they pulled up the address and it was like an apartment complex. So, yeah, it's crazy to think that ESPN aired a school that didn't exist and nobody vetted it. Now I've talked to Ruben. We talked about it, but I feel like this wasn't really ESPN's fault. I realized that people are going to say, like, how could you have this fake school of adults and people who aren't even students living in an apartment complex playing football and call them a high school? But realistically, there are a lot of schools, thanks to homeschooling and the way our regulations work in high school football, that Bishop Sycamore ain't the only school out there like that. They just one of the ones that made their way on ESPN and got the brakes beat off of them. And I can't imagine being some 19-year-old dude who is not actually going to school, sleeping in some apartment complex and then getting the brakes beat off of me on ESPN. Like, those dudes must really love football. Because it couldn't be your boy. Not at all. Like, there's no way that you're going to have me out here getting embarrassed on TV and I'm not really going to school and like their campus is a townhouse. Yeah, I have no idea how that actually even happened. I'm kind of sad for the dudes because here they are trying to live their best life. I guess they're trying to finagle this football thing into going to college or something, and next thing you know, you're on ESPN getting beat down. Oh snap! Who is this?
What's up? What's up? How's everybody out there in radio land? Yeah.
Yeah, I know we said we weren't going to talk about the Bishop Sycamore stuff, but I started off being so hype about football that I had to let them know that I even watched a little fake high school football.
For what? Why you watch the fake stuff, man?
It was on ESPN, and look, I didn't watch college football at all last year. I didn't see no high school football last year. So yeah, man, I was on football overload. I watched Georgia beat the brakes off of UAB yesterday in a game that I actually started to feel bad for the other school.
Yeah, that joint was horrible.
I've been watching football today. Football is still on in the background, and I've been in this chair probably about 9 hours today.
What?
I've been in this chair like 9 hours today watching
what?
football.
Are you kidding
Watching
me?
football, man. I mean, I got up to use the bathroom a couple times and
Well,
get
that's
something to
good. I'm
eat.
glad you did that. I'm
And then
glad
I
you did
remembered
that, 'cause that's the problem.
I had kids and I had to feed them a couple times. I mean, they so
I mean,
needy. They want
kids.
food, places to live.
I mean, man, they're old enough to make their own oodles and noodles, dog. I'm saying, man, when I was 10, I could make all meals for myself, man.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but I mean, look, look, I've said several times before, man. These kids spoiled, man.
I mean,
My
yeah.
my kids don't know about the struggle. Look, I'm happy about that. I'm happy that they don't have to know about the struggle. But sometimes I wish they knew a little bit more about the struggle.
I mean, yeah, man, because the struggle is real. The struggle is real. You know, as far as that school, man. I mean, they're playing a lot of top people, and they're supposed to have prospects. I don't know where they at,
Yo,
but
man,
how you?
just some dudes out there trying to live the dream, man. They hope somebody gonna see them and invite them to college one day.
I mean, you could have did that at a high school. I mean, the dream is still there. But
Not
hey,
when you like 19 and 20. You
well,
can't.
that's true. They call that junior college usually, but I guess if you like in the struggle and then you couldn't go to school and stuff, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's right. They hadn't won a game. They haven't won a game in 4 years, man. You know how much these dudes gotta love football, man. You know how much these dudes gotta love football,
You
or
know
do
how
you
much
know,
you gotta love something.
or do you know how much desperation has to exist within them to feel like this is their only way out, and you getting beat down like this?
Yeah, they call those Detroit Lions fans. I mean, that's right. I said it.
They're the high school Washington Generals.
Wow. I mean, even the replacements were better than them. I mean, they went to the playoff. The Washington Sentinels. I mean, yeah, Bishop Sycamore is a joke, and it's not even like a real school. That's the crazy part about it.
Well, I
There's
mean, like
like
I
no
said,
official school. Nobody learns nothing.
the
They
address
just
is a townhouse.
yeah. It's like, come on, bro.
I mean, look, like I said, there's a lot of schools out there that operate like that because they can do online criteria and call themselves a school. But
I was gonna say, can we stop calling them schools when you don't go to school?
I mean, look, homeschooling is considered schooling, man. So they got internet school, man. That internet K through 12, man.
I mean, dang, that's what it is. Maybe we should start a school.
I mean, we actually can. It ain't it. You would be amazed at how easy it is to start one. Because I actually knew somebody who wanted to start a school and wanted to do this, wanted to like start a school and start have sports there. Like,
I mean,
and when we were talking about the process and everything, like it really isn't that hard to do.
no, it's just as easy as to start school as it is.
You just need one administrator. One administrator.
I name you. You the administrator, because what's not gonna happen is my name ain't getting drugged through the mud. No, I'll coach the team. Then I quit. After
Yeah,
you pay me.
so I ain't got into none of your show notes at all. I just started off. I went on my little rant about 9/11, and I wouldn't call it a rant, but
No, it's fine. I mean, it's all good because it's funny that we're talking about school because you know I ask this question every time we talk about this subject, and I don't seem to get answers, and I don't know how I'm going to um get an answer unless I interview somebody who does this. So if y'all know any teacher pedophiles out there, hit a brother up because I need to interview one because I don't understand why grown women having sex with 14-year-olds. Like, I don't get it. In California, a teacher got arrested for allegedly having sex with a student. I mean, let's be real, y'all. The teacher has sex with a 14-year-old student. Yo, I mean, I don't get it, man, because when you're
ABC
14,
man, always be recruiting.
I mean, clearly, I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make a joke out of somebody. I'm not, but I mean that kind of answers your question, man. Like
yeah,
the same way there are adult males that prey on underage females, like it's almost
sick.
chauvinistic of you to feel like that there ain't women out there doing the same thing.
Hold on, man. But here's the thing, man. First of all, her name is Miss Jackson.
If you're nasty.
Yeah, exactly. Because she nasty. But no, her name is Mrs. Jackson, which means that she's married to hopefully an adult, and she faces 4 counts of rape and oral copulation with a child, lewd acts with a child, communicating with a child to commit a felony, and meeting with a child for lewd purposes. First of all, I didn't realize communicating with a child to commit a felony was an actual crime. And
Yeah.
then meeting with a child for lewd purposes is an actual crime. But, dog, oral copulation of a child? Like, let's just be real, man. So, if someone goes down on a 14-year-old boy or girl, that is against the law. Like, first of all,
Oh, okay. So if you mean if an adult goes down
yes,
okay, I was about to say, because if not, you're talking about some illegal activities that are going on all over the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, but yo, man, this kid was 14, man. She was 39. 39-year-old with having sex with a 14, like 14. Like, I mean, let's be real, man. Like, I'm just first of all, this is the 5-minute warning, and all this shit is nasty. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, we don't condone any of it. Now I'm just gonna be honest. I am gonna crack a few jokes about it, but I'm not trying to be insensitive and shit. Like, first of all, did you see the picture of her?
Bruh. She's not even remotely cute.
Bruh, like, this is not a joke. This is not me trying to make any light of the subject. But when I first saw the picture, I thought it was a dude.
Stop.
I don't know
if I go that far.
I thought it was a dude, man.
But that was her mugshot, man. It's not like you can get makeup on for your mugshot.
I get it. So, like I said, I'm not holding against her, but like that was literally my first thought. I was like, yo, is this a dude?
Yeah, but yo, hold on, man. I just want to read this one more time because I need 4 counts of rape or copulation with a child. Like, I didn't know that was a crime.
First of all, I'm gonna show my ignorance right now. I never heard the phrase oral copulation. I feel like if somebody said oral copulation to me, I would just have to try to find some context clues within the sentence to figure out what they're talking about. Like, the only reason I know what oral copulation means is because of the context in which we're using it. But if we was just out here in these streets and somebody said oral copulation, I'd be like, first of all, can you spell it? Second of all, can you use it in a sentence? I'd be looking like I was in a spelling bee. Can you give me the country of origin?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, let's be real, man. If they had not put "or" in front of it, I probably wouldn't have an idea either. Not like you use the word copulation a lot.
Copulation? I'd be like, oh, what he cop? He copped them new J's.
So, like, yeah, man. And it's like, we believe our victim is safe, which we're grateful for, but we don't know if there are other victims. And I'm just like, let's be real, man. I mean, I understand he's 14 and a victim, but this dude, you know how she probably got caught? He probably told everybody. I mean, bro. I mean,
they said they got an anonymous tip about a possible relationship between the two.
And you know who that was? That's the girl who liked him. She mad she couldn't compete.
Or it was the dude that she used to be banging, and now, you know what I'm saying? oh, you gonna leave me for him? You ain't hold on, Miss Jackson. You ain't messing with me for this dude.
I mean, or you know what? What it could have been? It could have been another student who was jealous, because that is against, you can, that's sexual harassment. Yeah, I did air quotes. What? Sexual harassment if they getting busy and you not. That's sexual harassment. They sexually harassing me because they having sex. Well, who having sex? The teacher and Jimmy.
All right,
Well,
I'm gonna make myself sound horrible real quick, but look, I'm gonna keep it 100. If the teacher looked better, I would really think differently of this whole story, and I shouldn't feel like that, like, because I keep thinking about the Saturday Night Live skit. I just keep thinking about the Saturday Night Live skit where like the dude is like, yeah, people started calling me the man, the reverend. Like, I feel like if she was a fine teacher, first of all, it wouldn't have lasted that long because he would have told whoever would listen. And
he said he did
and every hating ass dude would have been ready to snitch
all day.
because there's not an age minimum on that nigga ain't hitting it right. That starts at puberty. As soon as you grow your first pubic hair as a guy, you realize when you see a fine woman with another dude, that dude can't possibly be hitting it right. You might not know what the actual definition of hitting it right is, but you know that for some reason in your mind, you're the only one capable of doing such.
Bruh. Literally, you 14, you and your boys in the hallway, and you see that kid who's tapping the teacher because everybody know, walk away, and she's smiling, and then she walk back in, and you look at your boy, man, that dude ain't hitting it right. Bro, you 14, you saying
First
that?
of all, that's only if she's fine, because looking like she look, I might be looking at my boy like, you better be getting the A, mother. You better be getting the A. like this, that's all this better be about.
I mean, she was definitely getting a D.
I mean, look, passing.
I mean, yeah, that's what it's all about. Man, bruh. But I don't understand it, man. Like, I mean, I know it's not accepted, but man, I don't understand how.
It's wrong for me to feel like that too. Like, I wanted to put it out there that it's wrong that I felt like that, because I also understand that if this was some dude having sex with some 14-year-old girl, we would just be chastising that dude, period, no matter what anyone looked like. But the double standard in me looks at this and goes, I mean, if she was fine, I understand, but I mean, it ain't right, but
let's be real. To him, the 14-year-old, she probably is fine.
I mean, most 14-year-olds. Well, look, I don't know. Most 14-year-olds back in my day and your day, we weren't as advanced as these kids are now. So to us, like, if you were willing to let us do anything with you, that made you look a little bit better.
I mean, she was a teacher at Mountain View School, man, in California, aka. Seems like you're sheltered. I mean, but still, I never understand it. I don't understand having sex with students when like it's wrong, especially if they're like over like 25. Like, if you're over 25, I don't get it. And if you're fine, I don't get it, because you're trying to tell me you can't go out and get some real penis and not that little boy penis. Like, I don't understand it.
I mean, it's always deeper issues than just being able to get it. But like, I don't understand how the teachers feel so comfortable, because when I was coaching at a high school, I was like 20, and I was like 20, 21. I was paranoid. I didn't even like any of the female students to know my name.
Yeah, because it's called because with dudes, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or not. You a petty.
Yeah.
Forever.
A girl in the hallway. I remember the first time I walked through the hallway as a coach. The first time I was walking through the hallway, I was like, I'm gonna go see my old guidance counselor. I was thinking nothing of it. some girl came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, you are fine. What is your name?" And I was like, "Coach." And she was
Hold
like,
on.
"Coach what?" I'm like, "Just Coach." And it
Hold
was
on. She
weird.
just rolled
It was
up to you
weird.
like that?
Yo, it was weird because I was like, yo, I was just in this school like 3 years ago, and ain't nobody ever come up to me like that before. I was like, girl, where was you at? No, I ain't say it out loud, but I'm thinking, where was you at like 3 years ago?
I'm glad you say it out loud because
No, because all I said was my name is Coach.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying I don't understand it. And you know what? See, if a dude messes with little kids and go to jail, he gets shanked. If they start shanking women in jail, maybe they'll stop doing it. But no woman gets shanked in jail for this. You think they would though? Stop messing with my son. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Pedophiles are treated differently in a male jail than in a female jail, as far as I know, as far as I've heard.
I mean,
But yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I guess if grass is on the infield, grab the bat. I guess I don't know,
Man, yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on.
And yeah, she won't cute, so I don't even remotely understand that. So we weren't going to talk about it, but we're going to bring this up now, movie, because one of the reporters said they got violated during the Georgia Clemson game, and I want to get your take on it because you said you had an interesting take. And so during the Georgia Clemson game, basically what happened was she says she was violated, and I guess she's out in the crowd, and people are touching her and her equipment and stuff like that. And she tells one dude to please don't touch me. And then, I guess she's like, well, you're making me uncomfortable, respect people's space, yada, yada, yada. But the thought process is like, I mean, you're around fans with a live camera. What are you expecting? I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying probably middle school. I'm not saying that she deserves to be groped and stuff. But it's not like she was in the. I don't know. She wasn't in the sea of fans. People were going like to the bathroom and whatnot, and they see a live camera. She talking to a microphone. What do you think people are gonna do? They're gonna stop and look. They're gonna play on the camera. They might grab it, especially because they're drunk. I mean, all I'm saying is, if she got groped, one, that's sad and stuff. But she never said she got groped, which I thought was interesting.
She said she got violated.
But her violation state, a guy touched me, didn't say where, and somebody like touched her equipment and stuff, and I mean she was on her phone, and somebody was I mean, it didn't show anybody like grabbing her in a place where it would be considered groping. But I'm not saying they didn't either. But I mean, I don't know. I want to hear what your take is. I think it's foul if they did do that to her, and that's messed up. But once again, I also am like, I mean, you're at Georgia Clemson game. If you don't want to be around people, maybe you shouldn't be around people.
All right, so here's my take that's probably going to get me to be called a sexist later on, but I'll start off with this disclaimer. First of all, you're right. We don't know, because based on the video clip that they showed, I saw one dude touch her on the shoulder trying to get in the camera. That's what he was doing. He wasn't even paying attention to her. I saw several other people come really close to her trying to get in the camera. No one was even paying attention to her. They were focused on the camera. Now, I understand, and this is where I want to try to at least sound somewhat empathetic. I understand that maybe she felt uncomfortable because, as we stated, they're drunk, they're rowdy. She's a female. We all know all of those typically don't end well. However, when there's so many women trying to get into the sports broadcasting industry and the sports industry, this is some of the stuff that holds them back from it. Not because I feel like a woman should just take getting groped, because like I said, if somebody like was inappropriately touching her, and I understand that people go, you shouldn't get touched, period. But in a crowded atmosphere like that, a male anchor knows, hey man, people trying to get in the camera. Somebody might grab me on the shoulder. Somebody might tap me on the shoulder. It's gonna be a whole bunch of drunk dudes trying to get on the camera. He's not going to then get off of the camera, say I had to leave because I felt uncomfortable, and then post on Twitter that I got violated. No, because he knows what he there for. Like, did nobody tell her? Had she never seen a sporting event before? Had she never been to a game before? Once again,
I want first live joint.
Yeah, I want to preface it. If somebody actually did touch her inappropriately, she's got every right to feel that way. But all we saw on the clip was somebody touch her on the shoulder, and he wasn't paying attention to her. He was just like trying to get in the camera,
trying to talk on the mic,
trying to give a shout out to his boys. Actually, that's not what he was doing, but that would have been funny.
To Riri and Peaky. I'm just trying to get Pookie a shout out. You know what I'm saying?
But
Pookie, we did it, bro.
So honestly, sometimes I feel like, how do I put this? Somebody like somebody like this who is hypersensitive, because that's the only thing I can say. Like I said, I don't know if she really got groped or something. If there's stuff that we didn't see on camera, none of this is relevant. But if all that happened is what we saw and more of what we saw, somebody who's hypersensitive like this is actually setting back women in her industry. Because if me as a sports broadcasting network, if I have to now decide who's going to be my on-air person, at an event like this, am I going to now want to pick a woman? Because I don't want to have somebody out there who's saying they're violating and doesn't want people to be, because like as soon as people started getting around her body language just tensed up to the point where it was like she didn't want to be bothered. And it's like, you're in the wrong place to not want to be around people.
Yeah. What do you think? You're going to interview nobody? I mean, I don't understand. Outrage can get you a job on Monday night, Sunday night football.
Well, that's from other coworkers, not from fans.
Wow. I think that was a shot at Maria Taylor. But hey, whatever.
You think?
But yeah, you're right. I mean, if it really happened, I feel bad. But if it didn't happen and she's just like, people are too close to me, you're in the wrong line of work, yeah.
Exactly. You're just in the wrong line. That's
go to the desk.
Yeah, like you're this is not the industry for you. Now, no, I do believe people should respect personal space and everything. Unfortunately, at a venue that holds, I don't know, 65,000 people, and there's really not much room for personal space.
And most of them are probably drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was not a college arena, so which means they served alcohol because it's legal. And I mean, yeah, like the dude who tried to get in the microphone, try to, shout out Pookie and Ray Ray.
He did try to grab the microphone. I get it. Yeah, that was a violation. But to say I got violated, my problem was the tone that she used in her message suggested that the guys there were like groping her or doing something terribly inappropriate to her. They were
sexually assaulting her.
Yeah, them dudes didn't give two F's about her. Like none of the people that we saw on the camera, they like, it could have been you holding the microphone, it could have been me holding the microphone, it could have been some Star Wars character holding the microphone. They didn't care. They was just trying to get on camera.
Luke, I'm your father. Yo, what's up, Pookie and Ray Ray? I'm just trying to get up in there. I mean, that's what it would have been. It's just crazy. But, I feel bad for her because clearly she made a bad business decision. So hopefully she learns from this and decides to, hey, guys, I think I want to be the desk person. I want to do that. So to a section of the show that we really don't really talk about, and that's my fault. and I feel like that's going to change the day a little bit. You know, Deion Sanders, aka Coach Prime, you know, Jackson State beat Florida A&M this weekend, and you know, there was one thing if you watched the game that you noticed. Jackson State had names on the back of their jerseys.
Both
Most
teams this weekend had they played this
did Florida
yesterday.
A&M did too?
Well, they didn't play Florida name. They played Tennessee State yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
It was
So
Jackson State and Tennessee State because it was Eddie George coaches
it was a
Tennessee
classic.
State.
It was another
Mhm.
classic, you know, because Jackson State's in all the classes this year.
Yeah.
So, you know, but he was just like, you know what? Especially with this NIL thing going on, we need to increase the exposure of HBCUs and their players. And he was just like, yo, we need to put names on the back of the team's jerseys. And you know what? When I saw that, I saw the article. I was like, yeah, how come the MEAC and SWAC don't have it on their jerseys? Because even on basketball, I've always wondered that. It's like, I mean, like you have Indiana who don't wear names on their basketball jerseys because of some whatever, some old thing. There's one team, blah, blah, blah. I bet you they're gonna have it on their jerseys this year, $5. But it's one of those things where with the NILs, he's right because these kids can make money in college while they're going to college, and so for some people, they could actually afford to stay in college and get their degree, then go to the NFL, you know, because like what's his name, the quarterback for Alabama, Blake, I don't remember his last name.
Already millionaire.
Yeah, brother, man, he's already a millionaire. You know, he's like a sophomore.
Who, the quarterback
Wow.
of Alabama?
Yeah,
He's a
sophomore.
freshman. No,
Well, he's a redshirt freshman.
Yeah,
No, he played
freshman.
last year. That's right, because of the rules, he played in 3 games last year.
Yeah.
So he's a redshirt freshman, already a millionaire. Why would he jump to the NFL when he can win 4 national championships? He could be a 4-time he could be a millionaire and not have to play in the NFL if he chose not to. But the thing about the NILs, it relieves the pressure on a student athlete to have to jump early because let's be real, most student athletes leave because I got to take care of my family because they came from a neighborhood or whatever, and you know, their family is poor and they got a free ride, but they can't give any money back because whatever. So they leave as soon as they can to go to get paid. And I ain't mad at that. But with the NIL, hopefully that can help some people not leave too early. You know what I'm saying? Or they can help their family immediately. You know, that sort of thing. And I think it's brilliant that he wants to put their names on jerseys. And he said, "Look, man, I'll pay for it." Because literally he was like, "It's $5 a jersey." Bruh, $5 a jersey. I mean, that ain't nothing for Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is a damn millionaire.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I think the reason that they weren't putting the names on the jersey was because I might be wrong on this, but it's financial because a lot of these major Division I programs, those jerseys are one and done. Like they use those jerseys.
They use them every year.
Yeah, but HBCUs, you know, once you leave school, that jersey you was wearing is going to go to the next person.
However,
because they don't have funding. And the NIL, yes, the NIL is helping with a lot of this, but really the NIL was an NCAA cop-out. It's just a way for the NCAA to deflect from people saying that players should get paid because players still should be getting paid by the NCAA because the NCAA is banking billions off of them. Well, not by the NCAA, by their schools because the schools are banking billions and millions off of these kids. But the NIL, you know, shut people up for a little while. Well played by the NCAA.
But here's the thing. I've seen a couple schools, especially Division I AA, they have jerseys, but the names on them is Velcro.
Yeah, you
so
can
when
move it.
So when you leave, you just take the name off and you put another one. Do that. I mean, you can do it in such a way it doesn't look all chintzy and whatever. But I'm saying, if you did that, at the very least, give them I agree with him. Give them a shot. I mean, who was it? The Smack Entertainment CEO hooked up Jackson State with suits for their traveling. Yo, that's dope. They got custom suits made for everybody on their team. And that's, I guess that's their NIL or whatever. Because remember, some of these dudes ain't never wore a suit, probably.
Yeah.
And so,
or they definitely don't have one.
Yeah. So it's like, there are different ways where the NIL can help students of all branches and levels and stuff like that. You just got to be a little bit more creative about it. But I think
and more so than just helping the players, the NIL, if the schools that really embrace it, the NIL stuff will help the schools because, like you said, like they're getting suits. Like, yo, a local place, like you got a small school, it ain't a Division I program, but a local place can use that team as advertising. Say, hey, I'm paying all these players to be advertised for, and in exchange, I'm going to supply them with suits. Free advertising. And the players can actually take it now.
Yeah, and like maybe, just maybe, they gotta do one or two commercials as a team.
Just one team commercial.
Yeah, made these guys look fly. Imagine what we'll do to you. Boom. 50-second commercial. Now, Dre, I hear you. Reducing the number of scholarships or their amount.
But they don't have no reason to, because right now the colleges ain't spending no money. That's why they did the NIL, because they weren't about to give up none of their bread for these kids. They don't give a fuck about these kids. They're trying to get their money. So they was just like, all right, we gotta let the kids get some of their own money, whatever. As long as people get the heat off of us.
And then on top of it, I'm gonna say this, yo, man, and for many people who talk positive about the NFL, there are also the same amount of people who are not positive about the NFL. Yo, I appreciate the fact that Deion Sanders is looking at this as a way to enhance his program, because when it's all said and done, yo, all this is recruiting tactics.
Yeah.
All of this is recruiting tactics. Yo, Jackson State's on ESPN every week.
And not only that, the NIL can actually help. Like, if the HBCUs really embrace NIL, NIL can actually help them get more recruits, can help them get top-notch recruits. Because first of all, everybody, let's be honest, there's a big pro-black kick right now. A lot of basketball players, top high school recruits will decide to go to HBCUs. But the thing is, as an NIL, that's where I'd want to do. Like, if I'm a 5-star recruit, all right, maybe not a 5-star recruit. Let's say I'm a 4-star recruit, fringe recruit. Yeah, I could go to Alabama. And you know what? Maybe I'll have a chance to go to the NFL. Well, not maybe. More than likely, as long as I get on the field at some point in time, I'll go to the NFL. Or I go to HBCU, be the best recruit they've ever had. Get all the love from the community, and now become a marketing guru for myself, because I am giving back to the community. All these businesses can now use me as advertisement, and I can get that bread. And if I feel like I'm good enough to make it to the NFL, they're gonna find me, and now I can go dominate HBCU. Yeah. Get my stats up, get paid, and still make it to the same place.
And on top of all that, I can mess around and get a degree for free. Why not?
I mean, look, this whole degree for free thing. I
understand what you're saying. I get it. I get it, Moby. But hey, man, there are dudes. There's a guy who played for Jackson State, and he's like, this is his 7th year in playing football, because of some red shirts. And then last year they gave everybody a free year. Dude, he's working on he got badges. He's working on 2 masters at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, use that. That's what I'm saying. Use that to your advantage, and you can make yourself better just as much as you make your HBCU better. I just hope that there are people out here such as Deion Sanders, or people who take what Deion Sanders is doing and use it to their advantage, just like Norfolk State is, to a point. Norfolk State is providing every student and faculty member with Apple devices, either iPad Pro or some, depending on the major of the student, they're giving them a iMac, iMac Air or whatever. So like, and basically when they graduate, they either give it back or pay $1 to keep it. Bruh,
I
$1.
mean, let's be honest. The school's not really giving it to them. It's built into their tuition. But I mean, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I mean, but here's the thing, man. Most schools don't give you anything because, especially let's just be real. Most schools that are mostly Caucasian, you buy, people can afford to buy things. Or if you play sports, they give you that. So, in Norfolk State, I'm not saying kids are poor in Norfolk State, but you know what? Most people go out and buy, that's right, I'm about to say it, those punk ass Dells, or the cheapest Windows computer they can find that's $300 that ain't worth a damn.
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm just
getting quality.
I feel like you're phrasing this as if the college is somehow reaching into their pocket and providing for the kids. They not. This is all just stuff that colleges should be doing for kids anyway. Because with as much money as tuition and stuff is, there should never be any kid walking around, any student on campus or off campus that doesn't have a damn laptop.
And I agree. And that's the whole thing. I guess what I'm saying is, if you're going to do this, just do it. And I'm glad that somebody is just doing it, because don't get it twisted. When I was at ODU, I would have very much glad to have them give him, as much tuition as my parents pay, and then I pay for myself. Yeah, what's up with that laptop? Now I got to then go buy another laptop for a computer for myself too. Come on, man, I pay you too much money for that. So like, but with that, and then on top of that, with the faculty getting it too, let's just say you sick or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. My thought process is, all the technology the teachers use, put it in their iPad, and they can send it to the students directly. Or, there's a way for them to get it to the students, especially with the COVID situation going on. So,
I'm about to say that's kind of, this thing called the internet has already existed, man. So
yeah, man.
But I believe that was already going on.
Yeah, but there are still students who go to school who don't have a computer and stuff, and they have to go to the computer room to use a computer. Now,
no, you're right.
Now, at the very least, you can say that your tuition is giving you something else.
I agree with you.
They said they're using it. Let's be real. $1, you might as well just go ahead and put that in my fund, because I'm just going to buy it. Because every incoming and returning student will be given an iPad Pro, as well as an Apple Pencil, Apple Smart Keyboard Folio, and AirPods Pro with active noise cancellation. Bruh, that means you walk around Norfolk State, nobody ain't paying attention to nothing because everybody got their AirPods on. I mean, that's dope. They're going to end up buying the stupid Apple phone anyway, so you might as well give them everything else. But I think that's dope that they're doing that. And I hope that this goes, this passed along to everybody else. Because when it's all said and done, when you go to college, it should almost be like you go to college. When you go in, they should give you a box of shit. Hey, this is for college. Maybe they'll get rid of books. Hey, why not put those on your iPads?
I feel like that's probably what they want to do.
Yeah, because I mean, remember the highway robbery for books?
Oh, it's still going to be robbery for them, because you're going to have to pay for the ebooks.
Yeah, but you know what? Because you can't sell the ebooks box, it's probably going to be a whole hell of a lot cheaper. You would
Glad
think.
you think so. Glad you think so.
You would think.
Look, college is a hustle. They're gonna get their money, man. So if you trying to find a way that college is gonna all of a sudden not try to get more money, like these colleges ain't here for students, man.
Oh. All right, so we have a new segment. Actually, it's not a new segment. I just said that because the way I want to introduce this next one is awesome, and I think I took it from Moby. I think he'll be happy for it. This might be called the Ticker of the Week. And Larry Elder.
He might be the Ticker of the Week every week. He might be the Ticker of the Week every week. Him and old boy and Detroit. Or Michigan, yeah, I can't remember his name.
I mean, yeah, come on, Dre from VA. Ebooks, man, you've been to college. They may cost money, but I would much rather do that than um, you know, have to get the big heavy book and then I know, and then like, yeah, just put it on my tablet, man. I understand, but nah. So Larry Elder is a conservative radio host and politician. He's also running for the governor of California right now, if I'm correct.
I like how you said "and politician." He's not a politician. He's trying to become one.
Well,
He's trying to become one.
you know. So he's running for governor of California, and a couple months ago he was on the Candace Owens show. Yeah, you already know where we're going with this crap. And this dude said that slave owners are quote owed reparations unquote. That's all I got, man. What makes you think they didn't get any type of reparations, man? Like,
well, first of all, they really did not get any type of reparations because they didn't fucking need it. I mean, I get it. I look, in principle, I just want to preface this. In principle, I understand what he was saying because he was saying technically slaves were considered property, and all of a sudden, when slavery was quote unquote abolished, now the federal government took your property, slaves. However, I just want to speak for all the black people in the room. Nigga, please. Like, please shut up. Like, just please exit life peacefully, quietly. Like, just like I mean, I just want to, like, as soon as I read it, I was like, whose man's is this? Like, I want to know what other black person claims this dude. What dude can speak for this guy? That's what whose man's is this? Like, it means I need somebody with viable credit to speak for this dude. Yes, I did.
Oh, you did the clap his own. Yo, man.
I mean,
but she's right. Whose man's is it? Like,
the nerve of this cooning ass to be on like look black people, here's a secret. If we in a barbershop and it's nothing but black people, you can say some stupid ass shit like this because we'll just look at you and go, hey man, that's some stupid ass shit. But you out here saying this shit in front of white people? Like, nigga, no, you can't do this in front of them.
You can't do this at the barbershop. You might get beat up.
You right, but we no, you might not get beat up. You'll have some dudes just looking at you like you stupid. You ain't gonna have no hood cred there. Like you gonna be the crazy dude to be like, man, don't listen to that motherfucker over there.
That's gonna be habit. He gonna say that after half his hair done, and the dude's like, get out.
Or the barbershop might be like, yo, you're not welcome here no more. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you get kicked out the barbershop, and us as black people, we won't talk about you no more. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, hey, that dude don't exist to us no more. But nigga, when you out here saying this dumb shit so everybody can hear it, like, no, man, like, I need you. I don't condone this, but I need you to peacefully go to sleep and maybe not wake up, because I don't want your voice. Like, that's all. I just want him to wake up and not have a voice, a platform, or anything, because you can't be out here saying dumbass, asinine shit like this and there be no consequence for it. Like I feel like we as a people should be able to slap the shit out of one person a year. Just one person a year. And I feel like after he made a statement like this, I feel like everybody would be lining up to use they slap on him. I wouldn't, because I just watch everybody else do it, because I'm gonna save mine for somebody who affects me personally. but this, like, I can't understand why this dude is tap dancing so hard. Like that's the part that bothers me. Like, if you truly believe, if you're going to try to talk to me pragmatically and logically and just be like, hey, I understand what you're saying. I feel like, you know, white people really could have asked for reparations too, because technically their property was taken. I don't think they deserve it, but I'm saying just on a, if all things are logical, equal, and if black people really were property, their property did get taken.
Marco Campbell wants to save the slap for multiple years.
Oh, I would too. I'd have like 10 slaps on deck waiting for somebody.
Like, I mean, and like this is also going on. He says this in the midst of accusations because his ex fiance said that he verbally and emotionally abused her, and apparently he took out a 45 pistol off a bedroom nightstand, like when they were arguing. And I mean, I guess he was just brandishing something like, "Yeah, just in case you get out of line, chick, I got this."
I'm
And they
just
were
saying,
arguing. Like, come on, man.
he gotta have a gun saying dumb shit like this all the time.
But then he said he never brandished a gun at anyone. He grew up in He grew up in South Central. I know exactly how destructive this type of behavior is. It's not me, and everyone who knows me is not me. Those are salacious allegations. I mean, if you're talking like this and you're a Republican, you probably believe in the whole free gun stuff. So
I
yeah, I don't know if
mean,
I'm
yeah,
buying
I'm about
that.
to say you're probably a Second Amendment trumps everything type person. But look, I'm not gonna say that just because this dude said asinine shit that he was abusive to his wife. I don't know. I don't. The two don't necessarily correlate. I mean, could be true, might not be true. But what I am gonna say is, please shut the fuck up. Like, please have this dude shut all the way up.
Hey, man. So his ex fiance, Alexandra Datig, who I guess is an actress. Yo, man, she looks like that crazy chick, Ann Coulter. I mean, that's all I got to say, man. She looks like Ann Coulter. I, I, it,
Does that surprise you?
I don't know if that surprised me, but she looks like Ann Coulter, man. That probably surprised me. Ann Coulter is, mm. But this ain't about her. It's about this dude. Yeah, Larry Elder. Yeah, you trying to run for governor and you talking this crazy ish in California that has been literally Democratic for the last as long as I've been alive, and that's after Reagan was governor and after um what's Schwarzenegger was governor, and they still vote blue
I
in
mean,
the
I'm just.
presidential race. And
I,
you want to talk like this,
I
bruh?
mean, apparently, as long
Bruh.
as the Republicans set up a stage, there will always be at least one brother or sister willing to go on that stage and tap dance their ass off.
And they were on the say. I mean, he went on her show because if you didn't know, just in case you didn't know, Candace Owens is an African American woman. I mean, who's married to a dude from the UK, which is
She
who's
is
awesome.
probably the greatest hustler in our country. Because I
In the
just
country.
she might be one of the greatest hustlers in the country, man. Because I can't believe that she believes some of the outlandish shit she said, and she has maneuvered her lack of education, information, facts, and she's
Actually,
leveraged.
I thought
She
she's really intelligent, isn't she?
no. I think she's very intelligent because she knows just the right dumb shit to say to keep the people that she's dancing for happy. She knows who her master is, and she appeases him and her as much as she can.
KB Yakko. You can read that, Moby, if you like. Actually, that might be the
Coon
one of the
duet.
day. That might be the one of the day, man. That's awesome.
Like
So
when they're on air together, it should be just called the Minstrel Show.
Stop it. That's so messed up. Why are you offending other women by doing that? You can't offend the other women. It's not their fault that this
Look,
chick out here, you know, kept dancing for all the man. So, but yeah, we know he's a Tigger of the week. So, and the way Mo B says, he might be the Tigger the year. So we'll see how that goes. But it is my 5 time. Woohoo! We brought back to my 5, and it's time to do that. And this time we're doing a little different. This time he has a question for me. I have a question for him. We don't know what questions we're gonna ask each other, and we're gonna answer them with the 5 things that we can answer it with. So Moby, I'm gonna let you go first.
I mean, I got one question, man. It's one question, and I need to know 5. I need to know 5 answers right now.
Oh gosh.
It's an easy one. Though. It should be an easy one.
It should be, but it probably is not. Somehow it's gonna embarrass me.
No, it's not, man. I told you, man. I'm not gonna do that to you, man. I'm simply gonna ask you a simple question. If you looked at your bank account right now, and all of a sudden there was 100 million in there, what are the first 5 things you would do?
First 5 things I would do?
Yep, 5 things you do. 100 mil in your bank account right now. You don't know how it got there. You don't know who gave it to you. All you know is your account was from 100, went from whatever it was, like the $26.32 that you had before, and all of a sudden now it's $100 million.
I mean, I appreciate you telling everybody what's in my account, but okay.
I mean, I gave you a few dollars.
Appreciate it. Thanks. 5 things. I'd buy a house. I'd buy a house with some land. Yeah. I'd buy a house with land. As long as it got internet and stuff on it, I would be good. I can grow my own food. I mean, don't get it twisted. I like people. But you know, I need my space. Number 2, I would probably travel somewhere.
Travel somewhere.
Probably, honestly, I'd probably go somewhere in like Japan, because Japan would be cool, and that would be the most leftist place I could go that I think I would really want to go, because I really have no want to go to Japan. But if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna go somewhere, 1, kind of safe, and then 2, I would go once and probably never go again. So go to Japan. 3, I would go I would go somewhere with probably $100,000 of it and make it rain. I would walk in with a briefcase of dollar bills and a gentleman's club.
Just straight stereotypical black guy just making it rain.
I might even have the guns. Yeah. I'll be like, I'll walk in there with a pair of shorts on, a t-shirt, probably a 5 Minute Warning t-shirt, and like the one I got. And I would be like, I want your finest girl in the champagne room, and turn off all the cameras.
But you know there's no sex in the champagne room.
Hey man, what happens in the champagne room stays in the champagne room. I ain't say I'm gonna have sex there, but I would have at least 2 guns with dollar bills in it, and only $100,000, because I ain't about to let people know that I'm super rich. That'd be crazy. Number 4, I don't know, man. I mean, number 4. I would definitely donate some to a charity of my choice. Yeah.
Would it be the Reuben L. Brown charity?
Nah. I don't know exactly where. I would probably give a meal to 4-H in some form or fashion, whether I spread it out or just do like one big scholarship fund or something. I would do that. Um, but I would with that would come, you know, I want control of it. So basically, like, if people want money, they gotta come to me, just so I can tell some people I wouldn't do that. That'd be messed
Power. Power.
up. Hey man, I'm just saying. And number five, I would probably buy the most expensive vehicle I could buy and someone to drive it while I'm in the back seat. Yep. And every time I go somewhere, I want I want it to be like the president's coming, and they put cop cars and stuff like that all around. And
Yeah,
they,
your money be going pretty damn quick.
I mean, I could be going pretty damn quick. Still, might as well spend it. Know what I'm saying?
And number 6 is your ass will go to jail because you don't know where this money came from.
Yeah. So
This actually happened
yeah, I do. But
in Louisiana, but it was like 50 mil. A family in Louisiana just checked their account, had like 50 mil.
nah,
Bank error.
I would have gone straight to the bank, be like, "Is this mine?" And I need this notarized saying that this is mine, so you can't take it. And they'd be like, "No, that was a bank error." All right, just making sure. Because once I spend it, which is not gonna happen, you're not coming after me for
Man, I'm setting up Swiss bank accounts and I'm transferring money that day.
it.
Like I don't know what happened to that money. Somebody
What are you
must have
talking
gained
about?
somebody must have gained access to my account and transferred it to some Swiss account.
Yeah, I would have hired somebody to be me and go in there and to do that. So, well, it's in your name, Mr. Brown. I mean, I was at a family barbecue, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right, cool, cool. So the question for Mo B in the house: If you could go back in your personal history and change 5 things,
Uh,
but here's a kicker: it would have no negative effects on your current timeline.
so man, I can change 5 things, but it don't
You can
change
change,
where I'm at. I still end up right here talking to you.
but you can change 5 things in your history.
Man, I don't even know if it'd be worth it to change things. Then if it can't affect the future, why I'm gonna change it? Like,
Any 5 things ever.
I'm just
Any.
saying, but you said doesn't everything will remain the
Okay,
same?
so let me make it easier for you then. You can split. So basically, what happens is you go back and change 5 things. Those 5 things have their own timelines, and this
Oh
timeline
man,
that
we
you're in
doing
is
some
not
type of
affected.
Marvel shit, man. I'd rather go back to doing what we did before.
He changed that ugly jump shot. Oh no!
Sir,
I'll let you handle that.
only you believe that my jump shot is ugly. And actually it might be ugly every time I play against you because it's always working. So it's probably ugly to you. I mean it's a fact that everybody knows my jumper's wet.
I was wondering if you say that. Come on, man. 5 things. 5 things.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, man.
Oh,
5 things,
okay.
baby.
No, I wouldn't have stopped playing baseball.
Okay.
I would have kept playing baseball, even though you're basically telling me it's pointless because I still end up right here. So I guess I would at least create some more memories.
That life would have changed. That life would have moved on. So maybe you became a baseball player. But that's it's whatever.
Yeah, I would have kept playing baseball.
Okay.
I would have went to I would have went and stayed at Georgia Southern.
To go to school?
Yeah, and
Football?
I would have played football there.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know, man. Nah, I wouldn't have went to Georgia Southern. If I go back and change things, like starting when I first started playing football in high school, I'd have started sending Tate to Hawaii because I always wanted to go play football at Hawaii. Like,
Okay.
I just always did because they always played the late game or ESPN2, so I just watched them play all the time. So you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, it'd be dope to be in Hawaii playing football. Man, I don't want all of it to be sports related.
I mean, you do you, bro.
No, because
That's two.
like, because to be honest, like I ain't too much stuff I would change that I did. Okay, I would have never started drinking. Period. Not that I'm an alcoholic or have a problem, but I mean, I drank a little too much and before college, and there's a period of time in my adult life where I may have partaken a bit too much, and I may have taken advantage of the fact that apparently I have an overactive liver and can get drunk and wake up the next morning and be fine. Not that I've ever done not that I've ever done, crazy stuff drunk, but I think a sober me might have done a lot of things different.
Okay.
This last one, I don't know, man. Yo, KBIACO, that is a damn good one. Make sure my boy knew how to use the brakes.
Really, you would change that?
Yeah,
why would
man.
you change that?
I mean, dude didn't have no skin on his forehead for like a year, man.
Sounds like a him problem.
I mean,
we know why I stand on that. So,
I mean, nah, I probably wouldn't have done that.
Wasted on him.
You know what? Here's something I would change. When I was in middle school, I did this girl super grimy, and she didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I did her super grimy, and she was like the nicest person, but I used her to, create buzz about myself. So yeah, I would have. I'm not gonna say her name or anything. Now that
I was gonna say, did you want to apologize to her?
Heck no, I ain't trying to apologize to her. I'm just saying I would change it, but I ain't.
Wow, that's funny. Catch it on film. Then chopped and screwed the video for the remix. These people up here are wrong today, man. They're wrong.
Yo, awesome. That would have been some wild stuff to see on film. To see my boy going head first into a tree. Actually, I would never want to see it again, even though I never really actually saw it the first time. So maybe I'd want to see it once, just to know if the visual matched the sound.
I mean, the brakes didn't work, and neither did his turning ability. So it is what it is. All right.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. That was tough,
All
man.
right.
Especially say that nothing changes and in different timelines. Like we on some damn Disney series for Loki or something. And
well, did you know that on NBC they have this show coming out called Average Joe, and basically what happens is, I think he lives different lives. So there's one life where he's a doctor, and there's another life when he's like a rock star, and then there's another life when he's a fireman, and like I'm trying to figure out how all this is going to work. So I saw that and I was like, that sounds like a whole bunch of messed up shit. But I mean, it could be cool. It's just convoluted as hell. So that's what I thought about that for. So, well, you talked about what was on your mind before. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, actually, I do have something on my mind.
All right, what's up?
All right, so.
No,
man, it's nothing big, man. I just I don't understand why we're still. I'm going to harp back on when I started before. I don't understand why we're still politicizing everything, but there's actually something going on in politics that really is bothering me right now. This whole abortion thing that has been abolished in Texas, like, I just need it on wax that I'm going to be up here saying this is the most asinine shit ever. You got 6 weeks to decide to get an abortion, even though more than likely you ain't gonna find out you're pregnant until maybe 4.5, 5 weeks. So you got like a 12, 13-day window. And then if your rapist finds out that you had an abortion after set period, they can actually sue you and make $10,000 for you aborting their what? Like, what fucking sense does any of this make? like in what world is this okay? I get that it's been the topic of discussion on a lot of the political shows, but like, I just don't understand why this isn't a bigger deal everywhere. Like, I know it's just in Texas right now, but like, no, it ain't gonna just be in Texas. Like, give it a few months. Roe v. Wade is gone, and women ain't gonna be able to do nothing abortion, even if it means life or death. They were raped, incest, like none of these things. But hey, so what? Have the baby, and if you don't, we're gonna sue you. So you can get raped and then get sued
by your rapist.
Just let that shit sink in. You can get raped and then sued by your fucking rapist,
who's in jail, hopefully, because
maybe,
you know, he raped. And that's the crazy part.
Or the process of litigation might still be going on. Like,
and that's the other thing. I thought about that. So like, if let's just say they never found you as you're the rapist, and then you come out and you found out that that person, you made that person pregnant, and then you sue that person, can they go back and get you for the rape?
I mean, statute of limitations is up, yeah.
How many?
Or if you're already in prison, maybe you can't rape, but maybe you can get, you can get one of your boys to rape her, because like anybody can rape, and anybody can sue. It doesn't have to be somebody who's immediately affected by the abortion. Like, you can just be some dude hanging out at the abortion clinic and just start being like, hey, how long has it been for her? Oh shit, she's a week past the deadline. Give me my $10,000.
I mean, yeah, I got nothing.
I thought statute of limitations did apply to sexual assault.
In some states, it doesn't.
In some states. Yeah, I might say in some states it does.
Virginia is one of those states where it does. I mean, let's just be real. Virginia is.
Yeah, but that's it. I just wanted on wax that, this is the most asinine shit ever. and this isn't a pro-life or pro-choice stance by me. No. Look, if you're pro-life and if you don't agree with abortion, fine. If you're pro-choice and you think anybody should be able to just get an abortion whenever, hey, I don't care, whatever. But when you set the rules like this, where it's like you can get raped,
it is illegal for you to abort after 6 weeks.
Not only just rape, you can be raped by a family member, so it's incest and rape. And you still have to have the kid if you didn't find out you were pregnant until 8 weeks into the pregnancy.
Which for some 14-year-olds, you're not going to find out, because if they haven't gotten their period yet, you don't know. Good old Texas for you, man. So, I mean, yeah, good old Texas. All right. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So, all right. I got something on my mind. I got 3 things. 3 things on my mind. Let's start out with the lesser of the 3. Yo, man. What has happened to Ariana Grande?
What do you mean?
She might be I don't want to call out her name like that. That's foul. But yo, man, like she was on Nickelodeon and stuff. And I understand, man, eventually you gotta grow up. You know,
Mhm.
I get it, man. Nick Jonas, he grew up. You know, he did some songs where if you remember the Jonas Brothers and your parents listened to him, like, yeah, that's almost a little bit too much for my kids to be listening to. Then I heard the 34 plus 35 remix with Doja Cat and Megan the
That
Stallion.
that adds up to 69 people for all the
I was getting to that.
mathematicians out
I was getting to
there.
that. So, first of all, I'm listening. It pulls up on my Spotify, like, cause whatever. And I was like, okay, this beat's dope. The song's okay. It's more Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion on the remix, you know. And then at the end of it, it just hit me in the face. Ariana Grande goes 34 plus 35 means that I want a 69 with you. What? Like we're staying at on the radio. Like now, the version I heard was explicit, but let's just be real. I'm pretty sure that last line is on the radio version. Bruh. Like,
I ain't never heard the song on the radio. I guess I don't listen to them
hopefully,
radio stations
hopefully
that
it's
play.
not on the radio. Hopefully it's not. But then I'm sick, it's almost like Chris Brown all over again, except that she's Ariana Grande. And then on top of that, she just might, because she's on The Voice this next
Mhm.
season. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, man, out of all the people who've ever been on The Voice, she might be considered the one with the most dirtiest songs that ever was a judge on The Voice.
I feel like that's disingenuous, man. I mean, Maroon 5.
She's married to who? I didn't know Ariana Grande was married.
I mean, I didn't care. I mean,
But I understand it. But no, but guess what I'm saying
I
is
feel, I
like,
feel like it's a double standard, man. Cause look, Maroon 5 had a song "Animal." Like, come on, man. Like they've done some sexually explicit stuff too, man. Like, it's unfair to not let people grow up. I get what you're saying, but and it's hard because I feel the same way about like I'm sorry, I was about to call her Mulatto, Big Lotto, as she calls herself now. I feel the same about her when I hear her rap because I'm like, yo, I remember seeing you on that show, that hip hop contest with Jermaine Dupri. Like you was a kid, man, and now you out here, getting COVID thick or whatnot, and I'm
quarantine
like,
thick. Quarantine thick. Let's get it straight. But no, I
Well,
guess what I'm saying is like, no, man, it's not even that. It's not the fact. I'm not saying that she shouldn't, because she can do what she wants. But it's like, bruh, 30, like literally, she said it. That's like the line. That's the last line of the song.
I
It's
mean,
like,
she had to
I want
explain the song.
bruh. Like I said, 34 or 35. You knew what it meant off jump because you could add. But it was just like, I want a 69 with you, and I'm just like, have we gotten that brazen?
I mean,
Like,
first
that's
of all,
great.
that's not even top 5 on nastiest songs that we've talked about on this effing show.
But I'm saying it's nasty. It's so clean. It's nasty. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying. It's
I just
like,
feel
come
like
on.
your real beef with her is the fact that she used to be on Nickelodeon. Because if she had never been on Nickelodeon, you wouldn't care.
Well, no, there have been some.
So she not allowed? Is she not allowed to be on the wet ass
no, I
pussy
started
part
this,
3?
but I started this. I started this with Nick Jonas because that joint he did with Tinashe, look, for what they're normally used to, that's kind of over the top. I mean, that's adult.
But why they gotta be stuck as kids?
I'm not saying they should be stuck as kids. I just think it was crazy that because I just thought it was crazy because this is not the first song she's done like that, and I'm just like, whatever. Like she's pretty much like, I want to fuck you, blah blah blah. Like in the song, I'm just like, wow. I mean, that's
Ruben,
wow. I know.
adults talk about sex on the radio. That's what they do now.
I
That's
mean,
that's almost the only way to get on the radio now. Like if we're being 100% honest, it's almost the
and I,
only
and I,
way to get on the radio.
and I guess for me, that means that I'm old as hell because I don't really listen to the radio. And like when I saw it, it was Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. I already knew. Like,
How about
and
I say you pretty much know what the content's gonna be when
yeah,
I've gone on my
yeah.
rant about this before, but you pretty much know when a female rapper's on the track, they're pretty gonna be talking about solicitation of prostitution
Well, I mean
or
that's what Doja Cat talks about, and that's what Megan Thee Stallion talks about. So it
that's their
wasn't
only
that,
content. That's what they do.
but yeah, like it was just I don't know, it was just surprising.
There's
Like
a
it's
lane and they stay in it.
but it was but that same lane, Ariana Grande like tiptoed and tapped all over it, and it was just so brazen about it. It's like it means I want to 69 with you. I'm like, I don't think anybody has ever talked to me that way. Now, I can't speak for you.
No one has ever given me two numbers to say because to me that's inefficient communication. Like you could have said all this without having to give me a math problem at the beginning.
I I guess you wanted to make sure that people could count.
And
So
I
that's
mean
fair.
I just told her like can we 68? You know, you do me and I owe you one.
That's so horrible. That's so bad. God bless America. That was so bad. Well, that effectively killed that conversation. All right,
Good,
number
good.
two.
We were on that way too long.
I'm just saying, man, it is what it is. Number two. Yo, man. So went to the game today, watched it, and man, nobody cares about what you think, Dre. Watched it in the Chargers, LA Chargers. Good game. Watched it also. Yo, man.
You know the
The
Philadelphia
people.
Eagles are in first place right now in the
Man,
NFC.
I know. They're the only one to win. Go
My,
figure.
my prediction to win the NFC East was the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, whatever. Who they play?
The Falcons.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just saying, look, 1-0,
oh,
baby.
yeah. So, baby's a caption for cassette. That's funny. If you can't add these, we can't have sex with each other. That's funny. So look, me and my little bro went to the game today. Awesome. It was warm. Whatever. Yo, man, the person who was in charge of making sure that the concession stands actually worked took an L today. So they didn't have any carbonation, so you couldn't get sodas and stuff. And then somehow or another, I don't know what the official was, but it couldn't sell anything. And they literally had a sign of Grubhub it, and we could get it to you. What? Literally, they said
So
go to
you had the
Grubhub.
Grubhub, and they would let the people deliver your food into the stadium.
No, you Grubhub. That's the only way they could take an order because I guess their computers went down. So in order to take an order, I'm gonna talk
Oh,
about that in
you
a second, Moko. Um, but yeah, you had to Grubhub your order in order to get food.
wow.
I
And
mean,
that carbonation thing not working sounds like an elaborate scheme to make people have to buy beer.
well, and they walked around with a lot of it, and the water was like $7. Man, nah, not the kind of party. But yo, man, I was just like, how does your concessions not work for real? That's just crazy. So that was one thing. They took an L on that. Of course, everybody heard somehow a sewer pipe broke at FedEx and sprayed like some fans. It wasn't us. We were too high up. And yeah. Yep. KBI was probably right. And you had to buy the leftover stock of bottled drinks from last year. So which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, sewer pipe just broke and sprayed some fans.
Mm.
Nobody knows why. Nobody knows what happened. I hope they get free tickets out of it. That's all I know. But yeah, man. So good game, man. But $7 for a bottle of water, I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell it. So I got to sit in the heat, got a tan, and didn't drink anything for like 3 hours, 4 hours. So it was awesome. Um, in the third L of the night, it's amazing I don't have road rage. Like it's truly amazing that I'm calm enough in my life that I don't have road rage. Look, man, leaving Washington. That's why I'm late actually to the show. Leaving leaving Alexandria to come here. It's about a 2.5 hour trip. Of course, there's some traffic because for whatever reason, when people go down hills, they hit brakes, and when they go up hills, they hit brakes. And even though the GPS says there's an accident, you drive by, there's no accident. So it's just a whole bunch of people who can't fucking drive. So then it breaks open. I went from being on time to get here to being late because in the left lane, I really truly think we need signs up in the left lane. Hey, if you're going to speed limit, you need to be in one of these two lanes. It is
Yeah,
70 miles per hour.
I don't think they're gonna
I know.
like put
I
a
know
sign
that.
to encourage people to speed.
I understand that. But if it's 70 miles per hour, you're going 62 because the person in front of you is not going at least the speed limit. Where are the police? I
That's
need
not
some
the
people being
minimum.
pulled over.
Why? The
Huh.
minimum is always 25 miles below whatever the speed limit is.
Yes.
So as long
In
as
the
they're
right
going
lane.
as long as they're going 45, it's not really a ticket.
I know. It should be in the right lane. So, like, literally, I would drive 70, the speed limit. Next thing you know, I'm driving like 62. And I'm just like, I'm on 95. The speed limit is 70. Why are we going 62 miles per hour? And it's just like if we went to speed limit, I would be fine. But people can't even go to speed limit in the left lane. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how this works. On 95 and on 64. But hey, you want to get people to speed though? I have figured out. You want to get people to speed, do some construction where like if you go past speed limit, you get like fines. If you get pulled, you get higher fines. Oh man, people was going on 64, coming through 64, where they were working on the road. Oh man, people were flying. It was like 70 miles per hour. Speed limit's 55. And I'm thinking, where are the police? Like, I don't understand, man. I'm over it. Man, I appreciate the fact that you said that, Dre from VA, but you're wrong. The left lane is not for passing only. The left lane is for people who want to go more in speed limit and break the law. Period. If you're going to break the law, you should be breaking the law in the right hand lane because that's not going to work. That's all I'm saying. See, Dre from VA is one of those dudes in the left hand lane going 65 in a 70 miles per hour zone. That guy.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Dre's statement, to be honest.
I mean, you can agree with it. That's all I'm saying. Especially with big old trucks on the road. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. Don't care. It's just, but it's known that most people in the DMV can't drive. I can drive. No, actually, I have a perfect driving record, sir. So, worry about yourself. Yeah, but it is episode 97, ladies and gentlemen, which means 3 episodes away from episode 100, which is going to be 3 weeks. Awesome. Excited. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who was listening to the show today. I'd like to thank Mo B for filling in at the beginning, and being on the show every week. Episode 100 is going to be just like every other show, but it'll be our 100th episode, so it'll be awesome. The fact we've done 100, we will have done 100 episodes. It's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Thanks for telling your friends about it. Thursday when we release this episode on the podcast, go to the website, www.5minutewarning.com. For our 2-year episode, for our 2 years, we're going to have the top 6. I think we're going top six segments of our first 2 years. By Wednesday, Thursday of this week, you can go to the website. They'll be broken up into 3 different episodes, the best of episodes, and you will get to vote on which 6 you think are the funniest segments we've ever had on the show. And then on our 2-year anniversary, we're going to go through them and stuff like that. So we're excited about being around for 2 years, and we have you to thank. So thank you. Keep telling your friends. Keep spreading the word about 5 Minute Warning. I appreciate all of you. AG, unfortunately, couldn't be with us today. I think he might be dealing with a sewer situation himself. But, hopefully he'll be back next week. But, yeah, thanks to everybody. Thank you, Moby, for starting the show in my behest. It sounded like you were having an awesome conversation. I can't wait to hear the playback. You're probably talking crap about me, so I'm cool with that,
man,
too.
I don't do none of that, man.
You don't do none of that. Yep.
Oh, man.
Already know.
None of
Already know what's up. What's going to be on that.
None of that,
first
man.
7 minutes. But yeah, so hey, appreciate all of you. Definitely when it's up, go listen to it. Go listen to the episodes again. Vote, or if you know, just go ahead and vote your top 6, and in a month we'll take care of that. But once again, thank you to everybody who's listening. Thank you for telling your friends. Thank you, Moby, for being here. Hopefully we'll have AG back next week. But you know what? Football season has started.
Yep. Got my attention right now.
Yep, he came in control. The team is 0-1, but that's okay. We're gonna win a division, and you Eagle fans out there, you probably ought to call a Super Bowl, just like those Dallas fans, and we're gonna laugh at both of you at the end of the season. So, peace, hair grease.
Jameis Winston for MVP.
Oh man, you talking about getting screwed? Oh, man. Really? My choice is between Aaron Rodgers and Jameis Winston. I started Aaron Rodgers. Bruh. Jameis Winston with 40 points on my bench. I don't even know what to say. But Aaron Rodgers, yeah, I don't know what to say, man. So, other than that, all right, everybody. Peace. We'll see you next week. We out.
You can send any questions or comments to FIVE Minute Warning 19@gmail.com.
The 5 Minute Warning can now be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Google Podcast, and Radio Public. Share, like, subscribe.
You've been listening to the 5 Minute Warning with Ruben Brown. Search 5 Minute Warning on the Spotify app. Peace.
Stay safe out there.